Fala rapaziada, belezinha? Espero que sejam tudo bem com vocês. Arena aqui, trazendo para vocês mais uma gameplay de Greedfall, né? A gente vai continuar aqui a nossa história, entre aspas, né? Nossa história vai ser a continuação da investigação da quest do Capitão Vasco da Gama. E eu acho que é por aqui. Cara, é muito da hora, né? Esse quadro supostamente em óleo, feito a óleo. E pelo visto não é aqui. E aí, madame? Nada. E a escrava Isaura? Tem ninguém pra falar aqui. Ah, bom, eu achei que era aqui, mas não era não. Então o que a gente vai fazer? A gente vai lá pra PQP. Pra quest. Infelizmente não tem fast travel aqui. Pelo menos não pra esses lugares aqui, né? Deixa eu ver aqui. Eu posso descer lá na próxima. Cara, eu não tenho certeza. Mas eu acho que os itens estão dando respawn. Acho. Posso ir pra esquerda e descer. Só pra ter certeza? Não. Tá. Eu vou mudar aqui o nosso equipamento, né? Porque a gente mudou a armadura. Pontos insuficientes de tolerância. Tolerância ou intolerância? Troca. Caralho, não dá pra colocar pontos lá do outro lado. Nenhum dos dois. Aumento um pouco a velocidade de combo do Impacto Sombrio. Se eu não estiver enganado, o Impacto Sombrio é o nosso ataque com o X. Tem alguém morrendo aí, hein? Nenhum item. Ó, acho que eu vi uma coisa brilhando ali.
That vulture of a tavern master was right. It is Constantine's voice. It's coming from the floor above.
Sounds as if he's locked up.
And I have a feeling they're expecting company. Be careful. The slightest itchy word to these brutes will have them drawing blades to scratch it.
Negotiation may be the solution. As you say, this breed of brutes won't spit on ransom money.
What a waste. I'd rather sneak around them than give half a coin to these seedy fellows.
Pode ser, quem sabe. A gente pode meter o cacete neles. Só que como não tem um local pra gente farmar XP, eu acho que o mais correto seria a gente pagar.
It's not possible just now. It's not possible just now.
Precisa do quê? Ciência nível 1 e fórmula alquímica. Alquímica de dano elemental. Forma alquímica de dano elemental. Ah, vai fazer diferença. Gastei todos os pontos. Tá, então... Não abre... Percepção dos inimigos. Quando o jogador está no modo furtivo perto do inimigo, o indicador de detecção desaparece. Ah, tá, beleza. Então nós teremos inimigos aqui. A gente vai pela porta da frente. Já errei 3 tiros. É, eles têm que ver a gente. E tem 3. Ai, meu Deus, vai começar aquela putaria de novo. Bora, gente, me vê aí.
Oi! Where do you think you're going? You're in our territory.
I'm looking for my cousin, and it would seem that he is in this building.
That very well could be. We have had a guest since yesterday. A regular ladies' man in golden stitches.
That would fit the bill. I've no idea how he earned such a kind invitation, but...
Being born into silk sheets doesn't give him the right to insult his fellow man, or to show disrespect.
Verdade.
Saw only too well. Used to everyone doing whatever he says. But they're always a lot friendlier having learned their little lesson. Isn't that right, Chief?
That's right. But lessons have a price. So, if you want your drunkard back...
50 peças, intuição. É,
That drunkard is the only
uso bem
son of
sucedido.
Prince d'Orsay. I am sure you know the punishment reserved for those who slight his majesty.
Shit! You are absolutely right, Chief. He's definitely rich and certainly a noble.
Shut your trap, imbecile. You want to get us drawn and quartered? Listen, we didn't know who we were dealing with. We never would have given offense to the prince.
That's what I'd assumed.
Here, take the key to his cell and give our respects to his highness.
Uhum. Eu mandaria ele cortar a cabeça de vocês, isso sim. Aqui. Mandaria não, né? Quem sou eu pra mandar no príncipe? Nada pra pegar. Já pensou se é uma emboscada deles? Tem item brilhando ali. Aqui. Chave. Ah, tá. Beleza. Então ele tá lá naquela parte lá. Então eu vou descer e vou abrir aquela porta lá que eu não abri. Ali é o caminho certo. Moedas de ouro. Só deve ter pego um, né? Alright. Tem a parte ali pra descer. Essa porta aqui a gente não veio. Espero que tenha alguma coisa interessante. Munição. Beleza. E era só. Não. Ah, habilidade de Gaza. Rapaz, eu tenho que aprender isso. Vamos esperar pegar o level 5 então. Que vai demorar um pouquinho. Aí eu vejo isso em off. Que é muito nodzinho lá pra poder ver.
I have more important things to attend to. An island to govern, treaties to sign, riches to expedite, and a demanding father to impress.
Constantine, it's me!
My fair cousin! Oh, my lucky star! Always there to pull me out of my fires.
I do what I can. We are departing soon. Your father wasn't pleased by your absence this morning.
Have you ever seen him happy about anything when it comes to me? You know what he thinks of me.
He cares about you. I know that. He appointed you governor, didn't he?
He is ridding himself of a source of constant disappointment. Enough said. Today we set sail for adventure.
Equipamento de companheiros. Selecione Constantine na tela de inventário.
You only knew how these river scum treated me. Do me a courtesy, fair cousin. Now that we stand boldly alongside the brave Kurt, let's give them their money's worth.
Sorry, Constantine, but we drove a hard bargain to get you out of their grasp. I don't intend to...
Bargain? Don't tell me that you paid them a ransom. Oh well. What is done is done. A mighty vessel awaits us.
É, o equipamento dele por enquanto é o melhor, né? Então nós já temos um companion, mais um, né? Isso melhora pra gente. Tá, beleza. Então vamos sair daqui. Vamos dar uma vasculhada aqui pra ver se tem item. Essência selvagem. Eu acho que aquilo dali vai dar pra aquela porta que tava fechada. Chave de criminoso de... Ah, tá. É, era aqui mesmo. Pera aí. Volta. Não, volta. Ah, é automático, cara. Será que é a chave pra essa porta aqui?
It's not possible just now.
Não, é aqui mesmo. Ache as roupas de Constantine e leve-as para ele. Caralho, ainda tem a roupa desse cara pra achar, meu irmão. Beleza. Vou dar a volta de novo. Ok, as roupas dele estão aqui dentro. Mas where? Ah, se for essas paradas aqui, não vai ter como completar não. I don't know. Será que é lá em cima, velho? Não, não é onde ele... Não, não faz isso, não faz isso. Não, não faz, velho. Não, 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 não. Não, velho, você tá me zoando. Tá me zoando, velho. Ah, vai. Porra, mano, não. Ah, velho, na moral, cara. Na moral. Espero que essas roupas valham a pena, viu? Dez metros. 6. Não tem como pegar. Cara, que quadro foda. Sete metros. Será que é na parte de baixo mesmo? É, na parte de baixo. É, vamos pra baixo. Cara, eu tô achando que eu já peguei essas roupas. Porque não é possível. 15, 13 metros. Não. 12.
It's not possible just now.
Galera, eu vou fazer o seguinte, eu vou dar um pause aqui no vídeo aqui, porque eu não vou gastar tempo não, porque os vídeos estão ficando de 23 gigas, entendeu? E pra gastar tempo procurando essa porcaria aqui no vídeo aqui não dá certo. Quando eu achar, eu mostro onde é que eu encontrei, beleza? Galera, é o seguinte, pelo que eu tava olhando aqui, eu acho que eu já peguei essas roupas, cara. Eu tô achando. Ó, completou. Eu levei pra ele, e aí? E agora? Isso aqui parece que é só no próximo mapa. Isso daqui, cara, eu não achei nenhuma pista, mano. Eu não achei nenhuma pista. De onde é que tá esses cara? Ou de onde é que tá esse cara, né? Não é esses não, esse. Eu realmente não achei. Provavelmente é falar com alguém. Puta merda. É lá pro outro lado. Então a gente pode vir pra cá. A gente matou, eu acho, todos os aqueles carinhas lá que nos matou não sei quantas vezes no primeiro vídeo.
Madam?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir-Fradi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Cara, vamos dar mais uma chance.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Eu vou passar, porque se tiver alguma coisa,
When did you see your
It's been 2 days.
vai aparecer no mapa,
Miss Jonas?
eu acho.
Does he have any close friends amongst them?
In tradition,
Might I have a word with them?
as you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Ah, tá, beleza.
Be back soon, Captain.
Eu acho que agora apareceu. Aqui, ó. Touché. A gente pode embarcar já, se eu não estiver enganado. A gente já pode embarcar no navio. Mas vamos ver se a gente faz essa quest aqui.
Good day, sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof.
E puf!
Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I tried to, believe me. But my legs betrayed me. Wavering they were. And I fell into the gutter.
Did you report this to the captain?
Unfortunately not. I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even Flavia treated me like a drunken fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Não.
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Why would anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down.
Mas o motivo por eu querer terminar essa quest.
Don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We play cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But now and again he comes out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
Thank you, Laura. I need to...
Não quero perguntar sobre o capitão não, porque eu acho que não faz diferença perguntar sobre o capitão.
Good day. Someone told me that you were a friend of Jonas, the young cabin boy who was gone missing.
That's right, yeah.
Cadê suspeito,
Are you
mulher?
looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Lauro.
Did
Quem
anything
é
seem
Lauro?
out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know anyone in Serene?
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more
Então a
than he
gente vai ter que
should.
procurar esse tal de Lauro
The
aí.
itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
I need to be
Beleza.
going. Farewell.
Strange story this is.
Something isn't right here. I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
É, até eu tô curioso, cara. Beleza. Opa! Era o fogo? Era o fogo, achei que era item. É, então realmente os itens não dão respawn. É porque realmente a cidade é grande. E aí, cara?
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something this time?
I am looking for a Naut. A young cabin boy who has been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A Naut, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do. I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything else?
I need to be off.
Goodbye.
Ok. Ah, ele aqui.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No, have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I'm here. I'm looking for a Naut that disappeared 2 days ago, after visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty. And then they finally left.
And after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, my lady, you're in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine.
Sr. Fontaine.
Where can I find him?
He has a house in the wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Thélème embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is completely owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
Beleza. Ah, onde a gente tava aquela hora? Onde a gente começou o vídeo, né? Ah, tá. Beleza. Direita. Sobe. Eu acho que direita mais uma... Não, não é não. Posso ir reto.
Might I help you, my lady?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Beleza, então é aquela mulher que tava lá em cima.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lady de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We are looking for a missing cabin boy. According to witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Ah.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it is their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
How did you find your son's trail?
We have never stopped looking for him. We learned the new name they gave him.
Será que é padrasto dele? Se for padrasto é...
Then we learned the name of the ship he sailed on. No
Dá pra
sooner had it
desconfiar.
docked in Serene than my husband had the crew watched closely, and we found him.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why. Until the Naughts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact... It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Naughts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Caramba, essa quest é meio grandinha, hein? Esse daqui, se eu não estiver enganado, é o terceiro vídeo, né? Terceiro vídeo, 60 GB. Na verdade, 69, né? Porque os dois últimos vídeos deram 23 GB. E esse provavelmente vai dar 23 também. Ó o beco da morte. Ela vai mandar aqui pro Vasco da Gama. E depois a gente vai ter que subir tudo, quer ver?
Madam, are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy.
Parece que essa quest é obrigatória, apesar de ser... Não é obrigatória, mas ele sempre fica lembrando, né?
I spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Naughts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naught. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Oh, how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you. Your absence this morning worried both your father and me.
Come now, Sir de Corsilion. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I am sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... ta-da! My fair cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsilion. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child, due to some contract with the Nauts.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nauts. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Que bizarro,
The
velho.
Fontaines lost their son in an agreement signed between my uncle and the Nauts.
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he
Yes.
probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nauts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
E aquele cara ali? Ô, mano, o que você tá fazendo, velho? Tá preso aí? Beleza, sabia que a gente ia ter que voltar. Cara, esse quadro tá muito bonito, velho. Ah, na moral, eu acho que todos os quadros do jogo tão bonitos, velho.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiries yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force, against his will, by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false.
Enough. With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
For kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he's a Naut that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
I beg of you, Your Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to
Reputação
recover her
menos
child.
um.
We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do. He's in our warehouse, near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret
Beleza.
having had to threaten that woman.
You didn't have a choice. She was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Ok. Tá. Antes da gente ir... eu vou trocar esses equipamentos dele. Porque, sinceramente, eu tô com uma má impressão, cara. Eu acho que vai ter treta aí, hein? Eu acho que vai ter treta, meu irmão. Opa, é aqui mesmo. Pô, tinha que ter um botão só pro mapa, mano. Que droga. Cara, já tem quanto tempo será que a gente tá jogando? Eu tenho que encerrar isso daqui, porque senão vai ficar gigantesco.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't
Oh.
scare us away.
O jogo salvou.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
Sem itens? Really? No itens? Ué. What? Ah. Of course.
Lady de Sade, what are you doing here?
I have come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Tá. Tem 50% de chance de acertar e errar.
You've taken your son against his will and have locked him up like merchandise in a warehouse. Is that what you call being a good father?
As if you would know what it is like
Falha.
to be a parent. You are far too young to understand the way we feel.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in this story. Don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You were not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Beleza. Então nós pegamos a chave, falamos com o pai dele. Será que nós teríamos enfrentado tudo isso?
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive fathers.
Ué. Tá, eu sei que é daqui, é por aqui, né? Mas não achei que teria uma escada ali. Porra, velho. Na prisão. Ah, não é bem uma prisão aqui, né?
Locked.
Oi, cara bonito.
Who are you?
My name is Desade. I'm legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Yes, even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I haven't
Claro que
seen
não.
them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to your ship. I will see you there.
Beleza, galera. Então nós completamos mais uma quest. Eu acho que foram todas as quests da cidade, viu? Sei lá, eu achei que ele iria se arrepender e nos atacar. Então, gente, eu vou fazer o seguinte, eu vou encerrando o vídeo por aqui. Eu de coração espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostou, curte, comenta aí, tá? E a gente se vê na próxima. Então fique bem, na paz e até depois.